Hi, I'm Marisa, founder of Alternative Education at Home, and welcome to video number 2 of the 4-part video series on your child's educational options. I appreciate your feedback and the comments you posted as you watched video number 1, where I shared with you why my husband and I decided we'd teach our kids at home for the last 15 years. We wanted to be the major influence in our children's lives and leave a lasting legacy. It's my desire to share everything I've learned, because if I can do it, I know you can too. After hours upon hours of researching and always being afraid I was doing it wrong or that I wasn't enough for my kids, I've learned that it's not as difficult as I made it all out to be. Nowadays, you have a slew of resources and tools on the internet that can help you not only teach effectively, but also inexpensively if you know where to look and what questions to ask. So be sure to sign up for the free video series on alternativeeducationathome.com by giving us your name and email so you can start receiving everything you need to know about your child's educational options. Now in this video, I want to share with you the more traditional options using public, charter, and private schools and how you can use their resources to teach your kids at home, as we were able to do without having to pay a dime. The opportunities to teach at home, especially using public and charter school programs, is growing leaps and bounds thanks to online learning. And if you go that route, you end up being more of a tutor than a teacher, and that might be a great option for some parents. Here's what got us thinking about teaching our kids at home. Our daughter was 3 at the time, and I was dropping her off at one of the preschools near our home. But coughing up the high tuition wasn't easy for us since we were on one income with 2 kids under 3. One day I decided to stay and observe my daughter in class, and after sitting in the corner of the room with my eye on the clock, I noticed that a lot of time was wasted in the beginning, just getting all the kids calmed down and in their seats. When they were ready for their first activity, it took several minutes before my daughter could even get started because there was only one teacher and 25 students. So Lindsay had to wait her turn just like everyone else. Then there were the potty breaks, the snack breaks, the recess breaks, and before I knew it, the 2.5 hours was up. And when they were actually being taught was everything I was already doing at home. So I thought to myself, what exactly am I paying the big bucks for? So my husband and I agreed we should try homeschooling Lindsay. Well, 14 years later, me still not patient enough, organized enough, and forgetting almost everything I learned in high school. And I'm not exaggerating either. She'll be graduating with both her high school diploma and associate's degree from a community college. Oh, and she's only a junior in high school, so this flexibility of being taught at home gave her the option to move at a much faster pace. The benefit to us, we only had to think about paying for 2 years of university tuition. But when your child has a 4.0 GPA, valedictorian of her online high school, and chosen as one of 2 outstanding community college students where she attends, scholarships come a whole lot easier. Our 15-year-old started community college when he was only 12. He passed the placement exams that allowed him in at such a young age. Will is motivated to move his education along since his true passion is growing his 2 successful online businesses. Now in this video, you're going to hear from 3 students who are going to public, charter, and private school. After the video, I'll let you know a growing trend in the public and charter schools that's growing in leaps and bounds and allows you to be able to keep your kids at home. But first, take a look at this.
Hi, I'm Tyler and I am 8 years old. I go to public school. My alarm clock goes off at 6:30 a.m., but I wait for my sister to spray me with a mister. Then I wait for my mom's morning call.
Time to wake up!
Before I actually do. Then I go to the bathroom, do my duty, and take a shower. Then I pick out my clothes. But it's no use, because I end up just standing there. Then I walk downstairs, eat the same old cereal, and always end up pouring way too much milk, because the jug is way too heavy for my 8-year-old muscles. 7:30. Right about the time I hear my older sister yelling,
"Are you ready, Tyler?"
waiting to drive me to school. I dutifully sit at my desk with, I'd say about 28 other kids. My mom says that's a lot of kids for one teacher. My favorite subject, only after recess of course, is math. The only problem is I'm bored a lot. That's because I already know a lot of the stuff. The gal in front of me is always asking for my help. The guy on my right always gets me in trouble. So I try to stare straight ahead at all times, pretending I don't see him. He calls me names like midget. It hurt the first time I heard it, but now I'm used to it. I'm also used to him pushing my books to the floor. I wish he would stop. This happens almost every day. I know I should talk to my teacher, but I'm too afraid. So I just keep it to myself. After 7 very long hours, I walk home with my friends, then hurry to check out the pantry for a snack and do my homework so I can play. That's what I love most, being outside and playing with my friends. Is that so much to ask? Considering I'm sitting behind a desk for at least 5 of the 7 hours I'm at school, and I do that for 182 days. That's about how many days are in a school year. Okay, if I take out my calculator and multiply 182 times 7, I'm in school for OMG 1,274 hours. That's like watching 1,274 Disney movies. Holy cow!
Hi, I'm Ashley. I go to a charter school. You never be able to tell the difference from Tyler's school or mine by looking on the outside. It's what's happening inside that's a little different. Since dance is my thing, I decided to attend a charter school that focuses more on the arts. I have a friend who's super duper smart and goes to a charter school that teaches Latin in junior high. I get to choose classes like piano, dance, or drama, along with regular classes like the ones Tyler takes at his school. Both are public schools, so they're free.
What's not free are private schools. Like Tyler and Ashley, you wouldn't be able to notice the difference of a private school on the outside as much as what happens on the inside. Unlike charter and public schools, private schools are run by a private organization or individuals and not by the government. You have to pay tuition to attend, but sometimes you can get a scholarship that pays your way. Thanks to a tuition tax credit program through our state, it helps make tuition more affordable for my folks. For private schools, tuition keeps the school running. Hi, my name is Luke and I go to a religious-based private school. I like the smaller classes and enjoy going to chapel on Wednesdays. Private school is a perfect fit for me.
What many of you don't know is the growing number of online programs, enrichment programs, and other activities your public and charter schools are starting to offer that are free and will allow you to have your kids learning at home. And that's my mission, to let parents know that they have more educational options than they think. Sometimes it's just knowing what those options are. It's believed that by 2018, 50% of public and charter schools will be offering online courses to its students if they haven't already. There are a lot of reasons why parents are choosing the online school option. Increased bullying, more flexibility for kids who are pursuing their passion, such as acting, sports, or music. Kids with learning disabilities can work at their own pace. Parents can be around to monitor their children or have the freedom to supplement their child's education with religious studies. A popular myth about online learning is how much easier it is. Not. Many students complain that it can be even more work than going to class, but this is why it's crucial to choose the right program. First, you need to make sure the online program is accredited. The easiest way to do that is to call your state's Department of Education just to make sure. Just because an online school says they're accredited doesn't mean your state acknowledges the accreditation. Second, I would ask parents and students who they recommend and why. Read the reviews online. And then before you make your final decision, I would ask if you and your child can receive a temporary password to surf the program so you can thoroughly review if this is the right online program for your child. And don't be tempted to sign up for an online program just because it's free. But I will say the big perk of an online program is the flexibility for your child, and the benefit to you is having your child at home with you as they're learning, and you're simply the tutor. Now, depending on the online program, I would suggest supplementing your child's coursework with fun activities throughout the week to make learning more enjoyable. It could be an educational board game, a field trip, or a hands-on activity you can find on the internet. Since online learning can sometimes get a bit boring being in front of a computer, sit down next to your child and learn alongside him. At least this way, you'll have an idea of what he's learning, ask questions, and simply be there to help him understand the more difficult concepts. So it's not only my mission to let you know your educational options, but I also want to encourage you on how you can get more involved with your child's education, whether they're at school or at home. Now, should you decide to bring your child home, you'll be giving your child the time he needs to pursue his passion, more time to work on being responsible, and learning life skills such as cleaning, laundry, cooking, and other chores, and more time to work at his own pace. Your child can still get involved with sports and extracurricular activities, but now it's on their schedule. And when they're home with you, you'll have more opportunities to strengthen your relationship and be the major influence in your child's life. I hope you enjoyed learning about the growing educational options for you to teach your child at home, and I invite you to post comments and questions so I can answer them for you. In the next video, you're going to hear the touching story of a third grader who gets up close and personal about why he wants to be taught at home. After you hear his moving story, you'll want to sit down with your child and have the same discussion to find out if subtle forms of bullying may be happening in his world. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, I'm Marisa. Been there, done it, and so can you.